It's
Hold
Tuesday.
on. Hold
It's
on.
Tuesday, everybody. That's too late. I asked if you were ready. Hey, it's Tuesday,
It's not
everybody.
Tuesday.
It's
See?
Thursday.
I was
We don't
trying to
know what
stop you
day of
from
the week
saying
it is, but
Tuesday.
we know what's going on with the chart. Happy Thursday, everybody. This is your favorite crypto trading channel,
Your
Crypto and Coffee,
absolute
with your
favorite.
favorite trading bros. I'm Clutch. We got B. Wellington over here on the charts already. We did have a little bit of movement to the upside yesterday. Are they going to continue out? Where are we expecting? Where are the key areas for a breakout? So let's jump to the charts and get all the information that we need.
So this is ETH USD. You know, we always start on this chart first, or USDT. And these are the areas we've marked off, so you can see that the price is starting to move towards this top line area that we pointed out yesterday. So this is the top of the range. So as we discussed yesterday, you know, it was very kind of a difficult day to trade just because there's a lot of uncertainty, still a lot of uncertainty. We had FOMC meetings come out, minutes come out yesterday. I think everybody was waiting on that. Nothing changed. In fact, they're a little hawkish, you know, relative to some of the things that, you know, were released. But this was from a meeting that already happened. So it's not like it's big news. But we do have a lot of data coming out at the end of the week. So any pumps like we're having to the upside right now, if any of that data comes through, I mean, it could be conceived as if we come in with bad numbers, meaning, you know, unemployment is going to be higher. Uh, you know, some of the other indicators being a little higher, suggesting that the Fed's going to continue to be aggressive. If that causes the market to move up, then be wary. I would just tell you that. And this move here may be in anticipation of some of those news items that are coming out, so they can trap traders to the upside and then bring that back into the fold. So, you know, if we hop on down to our lower time frame, again, you know, we've made this peak here with Sydney. Europe, you know, they moved up as well. We haven't touched their high for their session just yet, but the future's just open. It's you know, 38.34 here. And so I do fully expect for us to move up into this area since we've already made this move. We do have this wick here that we anticipate reclaiming as well. They normally come back after these wicks. Uh, and just the momentum to the upside is already there. Even though we don't have a great amount of volume coming in, we did get that, you know, that nice volume yesterday, but we're still not yesterday, a couple hours ago.
Here we
But,
go.
but we're still, you know, here just right on time, baby.
Right on time.
Moving to the upside. And so, you know, this is Monday's session for the U.S. And so there's a lot of folks are going to be trapped into this area. Even folks that are going long, trying to catch the dip in this area. I think we're going to go back up into this peak. And so, you know, they've taken out a lot of these folks, but some folks may still be hanging on. And if we get up there, expect somewhat of a pullback. And then let's see if we challenge the top of the range, was going to be 1230, 1238 and 1280 are some of the areas I'm looking at today. We've already hit 1204 yesterday in Sydney. Like I said, I fully expect them to come back up after that. What they do up here, that's going to be another big trade opportunity if they break through or if they come back. And so let's watch that close as well. If we go into the lower time frame, it's probably going to tell us the same story. Market just opened. We're moving up to the upside. You know, as we talk about every New York Open, be careful of that first move coming into the New York session because it does tend to be trappy, or, you know, stop honey, if you want to call it like that, taking out folks stop hunt before it moves in the opposite direction. And so, you know, I'd be very wary of the move right now, just early, even though we could come up, come back down, trap folks, take out those stops, come back into this area, which would be that pivot point, or, you know, this 200 on the 14, I believe, is the 50 on the 1 hour. And so he could come back into this area and then bounce back up from there. So they have to retrace in order to come back up. And so always expect a retrace after a good move to the upside, which this has been. And so we'll continue to move and watch that. So those are kind of my predictions for the day. I think we've got some momentum to the upside, but again, I also like to confer with Clutch over there with Bookmap and High Block. They have a little better indicators relative to what's going to happen intraday from a liquidity standpoint. But the way that I see it from solely looking at the chart, I think we're headed to the upside into this key zone right here. And then we'll just have to see when it gets there, what it actually does. But you guys kind of have the game plan for the day on that from my end. We've got OI at 4.1 billion. So there is, funding, there is money that's coming into that perpetual market. So people are still having interest in the market, whether they're long in or shorting. People are still putting their money out there, and that's good for trading. And so we just have to see where that money is to determine where the institutions are going to come get that. We've got a predicted negative funding rate, so I would imagine a lot of folks are going short right now, which would probably give us the another confirmation that we're moving up to the upside into the areas that we talked about. If we go to traditional finance markets, let me get to the actual markets themselves. We were positive for futures. We continue that positivity. Oil's back up over $100. Nobody wants to see that. Bitcoin's somewhat down, but the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ are up. And again, the traditional stock market traps people just like the crypto market does. And so we're very early on in the session. So again, be wary.
Are you expecting a pullback?
Well, I'm expecting a stop hunt, which could happen. These sessions, if they open up and then they come back down, they can also run back up towards the end of the session. And so we'll just have to see how that goes. But I do expect a pullback from these particular markets just because we're so early up in the session. But overall, I think we'll see an up day, but it may be a little crazy with the news coming out. So let's take a look at that. We've got initial job claims that are coming out. Today is Thursday. Continuing job claims is foreign trade balance. We've got some speakers. Non-farm payrolls, monthly change. That's going to be huge for tomorrow as well. So we could have some activity on a Friday. We've got unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, which is big as well. And then we've got some consumer credit. So, Thursday and Friday, today and tomorrow, mainly about the consumer, mainly about, the demand, side. And if we just kind of peek into next week, just to say that we got core CPI next week. So another good 2 weeks of data should cause some good volatility in the market so we can get some good trades going on. That's all I got, folks.
That's it.
Clutch, what's going on your end?
Let's take a look real quick. And can I have?
I just gave it to you. I just gave it to you.
I'm too fast. I am too fast.
Or I'm too slow.
Slow ass. All right, cool. Let me know when you can see high block over
I can see high block.
Okay, cool. So as you can see, we are continuing to get higher up in this range. We have 844 long liquidations below us, and all these green dots right here are just another sign that people are continuing to go long. We're up here at almost 6.7 billion on the cumulative liquidation delta level. How far will they let it go before they see a pullback?
And Clutch, what's that big long that just came out? How much is that?
Oh no, this is where we're at right here. But these guys popped up. We have the 25.
That's what I'm talking about. That 80.64.
Yeah, 25x liquidation down here at 1139 to get recovered. These will get recovered. However, how long will they let this play out? That's left to be determined. But we're seeing a lot of longs continuing to jump on board, and we're continuing to fight to get to the top of this range. So I'm expecting a pullback here shortly, and I think we're going to find out everything we need to know. We're working this range right now in the 1190s. If we get above the 1205, which was the last wick, we break above that, go ahead and expect that movement to the upside like B. Wellington was talking about. And I think the next area that we really need to be paying attention to is around that 11 or that 1250 area, that last little other peak that we have where we have longs trapped in that area, to see if we release those guys. So there's more. If we break that, I definitely expect a lot of momentum to the upside, 13, 14s, maybe even 1500s coming in. However, if we get rejected right up here, which is also a very realistic possibility, and at around 1200 and don't break that 1205 wick, means we're not letting those longs loose just yet. Expect a pullback, and we'll see that happen a little later today. This move right here, all of this, we're about to see this live on the show to see if we break that. And as you can see, there's just really not a whole lot of volume coming in here, but there's also not a whole lot of orders right here yet to stop that. So big deal. Over 1205, we'll see some more movement to the upside. However, if we don't break that, we'll be seeing some movement down to the downside, at least down and back into the 1160 area, and then see what it does around there. That'll be the 200 EMA, as you mentioned, also the pivot point for the daily chart. So those are the ranges that we're looking at, and those are the moves that we're, what to do when we get to those areas. And that's all we got for today. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then.